Dratini, Dragonair, and Dragonite. Dratini is based on classical serpentine dragons of East Asian mythology. In Chinese and Japanese tradition, long, snake-like dragons are associated with water, clouds, and celestial power. Dratini's long, smooth, blue body directly mirrors these depictions. Another possible influence is the Loch Ness Monster, as Dratini lives in deep waters, is elusive, and rarely seen. Dragonair evolves this concept further by adding a jewel on its neck and small wing-like fins on its head. These design elements may connect to multiple myths. The Amugi, a Korean proto-dragon said to become a true dragon after 1,000 years if it catches a falling jewel. The tale of the bamboo cutter, where a dragon possesses a magical jewel, and even the caduceus staff of Hermes, symbolized by winged serpents. The jewel and wings emphasize Dragonair's mystical, transitional state before becoming a true dragon. Dragonite takes a different direction, shifting from slender Eastern designs to a bulky, Western-style dragon. Its rounded body, small wings, and friendly expression resemble depictions of European fairy dragons, or even children's illustrations like Puff the Magic Dragon. Despite its friendly look, Dragonite is said to be the guardian of the sea, a role reflected in its Japanese name, which translates to ocean dragon. This combination of protective lore and Western dragon imagery cements its place as one of the first fully realized dragon types in Pokemon. Bagon, Shelgon, and Salamence. Bagon represents the early stage of a creature longing to become a dragon. Its Pokédex entries describe its obsession with flying, leaping from cliffs in an attempt to soar. Design-wise, Bagon resembles a small dinosaur, possibly a young Pachycephalosaurus with its round, hard skull. This emphasis on persistence and determination sets up its evolutionary journey. Shelgon serves as the transitional phase, encased in a protective shell. This stage parallels the idea of metamorphosis seen in insects, where a larva pupates before emerging into a radically different form. In Shelgon's case, the shell is a cocoon-like chamber preparing it to transform into a fully realized dragon. Salamence completes this transformation as a classic fire-breathing Western dragon. Its design reflects myths of destructive, winged reptiles that can lay waste to villages when enraged. It may also borrow from the mythical salamander, a creature in folklore believed to live in fire. Salamence's amphibian-like body shape and external gill-like structures tie it loosely to salamander traits, while its wings and aggressive temperament emphasize dragon imagery. Its mega-evolution amplifies this ferocity, echoing myths of uncontrollable dragons that embody raw destruction. Deino, Svilus, and Hydreigon. Deino begins as a small, blind, dark dragon. Its design is rooted in the idea of dangerous, untamed creatures that lash out at anything they cannot see. This aggressive behavior is reinforced by its dark typing, symbolizing hostility and unpredictability. Swilus evolves into a two-headed dragon, referencing the idea of multi-headed beasts that fight even amongst themselves. The two heads constantly bicker and compete for food, echoing myths where multi-headed creatures act in chaotic, self-destructive ways. Hydreigon completes the line as a three-headed dragon, inspired directly by the Hydra of classical mythology. Multi-headed dragons appear across cultures, including the Greek Lernaean Hydra, the Japanese Yamata no Orochi, and the Slavic Zmei Gorenik. Hydreigon mirrors these myths as a relentless, village-destroying dragon, constantly consuming and attacking. Its dark typing emphasizes its role as a destructive antagonist rather than a neutral guardian. The gradual increase in heads from 1 to 2 to 3 ties the evolutionary line directly to mythical hydras, reinforcing its place as one of the most dangerous dragon types in Pokemon. Noibat and Noivern. Noibat begins as a small, bat-like Pokemon whose most distinctive feature is its enormous ears. These reflect real-world bats that use echolocation, a natural system of sound-based navigation. At this stage, the design is closer to a standard mammal than to a dragon, making its early dragon typing less visually obvious. Noivern, however, evolves into a creature inspired by the wyvern, a legendary dragon variant distinguished by wings that serve as its forelimbs. This design choice parallels bats, whose wings are also modified forelimbs. Noivern's speaker-like ears amplify the bat connection, symbolizing its mastery of sound waves and echolocation. Additional inspiration may come from gargoyles, architectural figures often depicted as draconic or bat-like guardians. Noivern's sharp features, wing structure, and nocturnal theme align with gargoyle imagery, reinforcing its intimidating design. By blending wyvern anatomy with bat traits, Noivern becomes a hybrid between mythological dragon and real-world creature, justifying its flying/dragon typing. Goomy, Sliggoo, and Gudra. Goomy is introduced as a small, slug-like creature. At first glance, it doesn't resemble a dragon, but its slimy, soft-bodied design draws from unusual sources. One is the blue dragon nudibranch, a sea slug with elongated draconic features. Another possible influence is the prehistoric Wiwexia, a soft-bodied mollusk with protective scales, hinting at early draconic traits. Sliggoo develops into a slug-dragon hybrid that appears to carry shell-like structures. This design may be inspired by mythical creatures such as the Lu-Karkal, a legendary beast described as a serpent and mollusk combined, or the Shusabura, a yokai said to be a dragon that inhabits a shell. Its half-shelled slimy body makes it a transitional stage between a weak mollusk and a powerful dragon. Gudra finalizes the line as a full dragon, albeit one with a gooey, soft texture. Its design recalls depictions of dragons in medieval manuscripts, where knights often battled snails instead of dragons. These illustrations may have been symbolic humor, contrasting the mighty image of a dragon with the lowly snail. Gudra embodies this reversal, a slimy creature evolving into a dragon of immense strength. Its playful and gentle personality contrasts with traditional ferocity, but its dragon typing emphasizes the transformation from weak to mighty. Axew, Fracture, and Haxorus. Axew begins as a small, tusked creature inspired by prehistoric reptiles and early dinosaurs. Its tusks give it a distinctive identity, suggesting a mix between real-world dicynodonts, herbivorous reptiles with tusk-like teeth, and pickaxe tools, reflecting its habit of gnawing through hard surfaces. Fracture builds on this design, enlarging the tusks into axe-like blades. Its appearance suggests a more armored, aggressive dinosaur, with scale patterns resembling weaponized plating. The tusks now resemble full battle axes, visually connecting the design to themes of weaponry and combat. Haxorus completes the evolution as a large, intimidating dragon with axe-shaped tusks designed for destructive power. Its body resembles theropod dinosaurs, combined with heavy armor plating. While not directly modeled on a specific mythological dragon, Haxorus embodies the idea of a magical dinosaur elevated into dragon status. Its aggressive demeanor, large claws, and sharp tusks reinforce the draconic role of a destructive, dominant predator. The line overall illustrates a clear design theme, a reptilian base combined with weapon motifs, gradually evolving into a dragon defined by raw strength and battle imagery. Tyrunt and Tyrantrum. Tyrunt is directly modeled after a juvenile Tyrannosaurus rex, one of the most famous predatory dinosaurs. Its dragon typing comes not from mythical elements, but from the way dinosaurs are often linked to dragons in folklore. In many cultures, fossilized dinosaur bones were historically interpreted as evidence of dragons, blending paleontology with mythology. When Tyrunt evolves, it becomes Tyrantrum, a massive, fully developed Tyrant King Pokémon. Its design emphasizes dominance, with a large jaw and a crown-like crest around its head, visually symbolizing royalty and rulership. Pokédex entries reinforce this, describing Tyrantrum as the invincible ruler of ancient times. This kingly, destructive nature ties directly into dragon myth. Dragons in legend often serve as rulers of their domains, whether seas, skies, or lands. By making Tyrantrum both a dinosaur and a tyrant king, its dragon typing reflects the mythological elevation of prehistoric predators into dragon-like figures of authority and fear. Gible, Gabite, and Garchomp. Gible begins as a small shark-like dragon that dwells in caves and tunnels. Its design blends features of land-dwelling sharks with small dinosaur traits. The concept resembles the bullet or land shark from fantasy role-playing games, a creature that burrows through the ground like a predator of both land and sea. Gabite develops a sleeker, more predatory look, with sharper claws and wing-like protrusions. Its design leans more into dinosaur influences while retaining shark-like characteristics. Garchomp finalizes the line as a powerful fusion of dragon, dinosaur, and shark elements. Its head resembles a hammerhead shark, while its body structure mirrors theropod dinosaurs such as Carcharodontosaurus, whose name translates to shark-toothed lizard. This duality, shark and lizard, directly ties into the dragon archetype, a hybrid predator that transcends natural categories. In addition, Garchomp is renowned for its speed and destructive capabilities, described in the Pokédex as flying faster than sound. These exaggerated, almost supernatural qualities align with the mythological perception of dragons as unstoppable forces, reinforcing its role as one of the most fearsome dragon types. Jangmo-o, Kommo-o, and Kommo-o. Jangmo-o begins as a small, armored lizard-like Pokémon covered in protective scales. Its design is tied to its core theme, combat and honor. The scales resemble shields, hinting at its role as a disciplined, battle-focused creature. Kommo-o evolves this concept by gaining more pronounced armor plating and adopting traits inspired by Polynesian culture. Its behavior includes performing ritualistic dances before battle, which parallel the haka, a ceremonial war dance used in various Polynesian traditions to intimidate opponents and display strength. Kommo-o completes the evolution with full-body armor and a more fearsome appearance. It draws inspiration from both theropod dinosaurs and the Mo-o of Hawaiian mythology, shape-shifting lizard-like dragons tied to protection and natural power. The name Kommo-o itself references the Komodo dragon, reinforcing its lizard-dragon identity. As a dragon-slash-fighting type, Kommo-o symbolizes the merging of myth and martial discipline. Its scaly armor and ritualistic combat style differentiate it from chaotic or destructive dragons, framing it instead as a warrior dragon that embodies control, respect, and power. Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina. Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina are legendary Pokémon tied to the fundamental forces of reality, time, space, and antimatter. Their immense roles in the Pokémon universe justify the dragon typing, as dragons are often depicted in myth as beings of supreme, otherworldly power. Dialga's design draws partly from sauropod dinosaurs, such as Camarasaurus, with added metallic, armored traits. Its blue coloration and diamond chestplate symbolize its mastery over time. Mythologically, dragons have often been guardians of cosmic treasures and forces, and Dialga embodies this through its dominion over temporal flow. Palkia has features of theropod dinosaurs, possibly oviraptors, but its body also incorporates alien-like anatomy. Its pink and pearl motifs emphasize its link to space. In some of the game's data, its wings are described as whiskers, reinforcing its unusual biology. The blending of alien and draconic imagery reflects the idea of a cosmic dragon ruling over dimensions beyond human comprehension. Giratina is the most overtly draconic of the three, with long serpentine proportions, 6 legs, and a menacing presence. Its altered form resembles an amphiptere, a type of wingless European dragon with elongated bodies. Its origin forme draws from centipedes and serpents, linking it to themes of the underworld. Mythologically, Giratina resembles apocalyptic dragons or beasts, echoing imagery from the Book of Revelation. As ruler of the distortion world, its ghost typing further enhances its role as a dark, otherworldly dragon. Together, the trio embodies the mythological idea of dragons as cosmic architects, beings tied to the deepest structures of existence, ruling forces far beyond human reach. Reshiram, Zekrom, and Kyurem. These 3 legendary Pokémon are described as fragments of the original dragon, a single entity that split apart due to conflict. Their shared dragon typing reflects this origin, tying them to myths of primordial dragons embodying balance and creation. Reshiram represents truth and is designed with features of Eastern dragons, including a feathery, almost celestial body. Its white color symbolizes purity and illumination, reinforced by its fire typing, which represents passion and clarity. Its flowing tail resembles a turbine, visually linking to its ability to generate powerful flames. Zekrom represents ideals and contrasts Reshiram through a darker, mechanical design. Its body is armored and jet black, with a tail resembling an electricity generator. Zekrom's dragon/electric typing symbolizes energy, ambition, and the pursuit of vision, qualities tied to thunder and storms in mythology. Kyurem embodies emptiness and the absence of balance between truth and ideals. Its icy body represents lifelessness and incompleteness. Design-wise, Kyurem resembles a frozen husk of a dragon, fractured and incomplete compared to its counterparts. Its association with ice connects it to legends where dragons are beings of harsh elements, capable of destroying civilizations. When combined into white Kyurem or black Kyurem, the dragon regains partial wholeness by merging with either Reshiram or Zekrom. This directly reflects the mythological motif of a primordial dragon split apart and partially reconstituted, with each form embodying different universal forces.